everyone. So this is going to be a quick demo of the audio features. This is what the package looks like when you just import just the base package, and this is the demo scene. So some of the animations here have some audio attached to them. Alright, so you get the idea. You got the walks, backwards, and walk 2. Now you may notice that walk and run and back all have different sounds, and that's because we include a lot of audio in the package. So opening up Human Fantasy Pack, Game Ready files, and sound effects here, you'll find a whole bunch of assets. Now obviously you can't use multiple all at the same time, perhaps. Well, let me just stop the demo scene. And so if you see here, we got wet footsteps. They all kind of sound like this, right? And then we have some deeper water, wood footsteps, then running and running on gravel. So you get the idea. There's generic footsteps and footsteps on gravel. So there's a lot going on here, and you can use them with the audio controller here. Let's see, here we go. Close those. So this is the audio manager. This comes with all my packages. Again, it's a C# script, and if you load it up, you can see all the details. I try to comment these as best as I can, and so you can modify it or use it as you like. But as you see here, so these are called via the animations. I'll show that in just a second. So this Armor Russell here has all these clips attached. It has a 100% chance of playing. The volume is set to 1, and that means whenever Armor Russell is called in the animation event, the script will choose one of these to randomly play. Then there's other ones that perhaps another movement. Well, there's some that that won't play 100%. I don't know if this character has some, but there's some like growls on some of the monsters that play only like 5% of the time or 10% of the time because they run on the update loop or the idle loop, and you don't want that every single loop, otherwise it gets a little repetitive. So if you look at any of the animations, just go to the animations here and look at the animation tab. For the running jump, you'll see under the events. Oh, let's see which one. Oh, I just did it for the male. Okay, for the male, I didn't do it for both because I don't want duplicates. Otherwise, it would sound bad. So for the male, you've got these events that say function play audio, and then the name of the audio right here in this. So Armor Russell would play that. So. However, you could set up 3 events for, like, if you want to do a footstep that's in water but also has some gravel or thump sound to it. You could set up 3 events, but you could also use this audio combiner here. And this is the audio clip combiner. So this is pretty cool. So I'm just going to create a new. You could use the demo scene, but I'm going to create an empty object and call this audio clip combiner, and we're going to add that audio. Whoops, I can't type tonight. Audio clip array combiner there, and we're going to call this a water footstep. Okay, and I'm going to combine 2 different types of sounds here. So the first one is going to be at 1 volume, no delay. Second one, 1 volume, no delay. And I'm just going to add in the wet sounds for wet 2 and some gravel sounds. Alright, so now that I've added these, the export clip, this is going to export every combination of these audio. So there's going to be a total of 60 different clips produced, and each one is going to have a combination of one of these. So export audio files, we've got water footsteps 0 through 59. And if you listen to these, you'll see that they have a combination of the gravel and the water. And so if you want, you can go back here and let's say the water's a little too loud, so you can bring that down to 0.75 maybe. Maybe the water you want to happen a little bit before the footstep, or maybe you want the footstep a little bit first. So you can delay the water by 0.1 second. Export those again. It will overwrite these. That's an important thing to know. It will overwrite them, but that makes it a little bit easier if you're just trying out new ideas. Now you've got the wire a little bit quieter, and there's that delay as well. So it's a great way to play with different sounds and produce brand new sounds yourself. If we duplicate this one, go ahead and reset it. Alright, so this time I've combined 3 different sounds: armor rustle, sort of this got hit skin, and this footsteps gravel. But I particularly chose 3 that have those sound pretty fast. And now, I forgot to name it, so it's going to be called just combined audio. That's fine. So now we've got this sort of got hit sound that mixes these sounds together. So we've got basically brand new audio that might work better for your game and the way your characters are dressed and whatnot than the audio we provided. So that's basically a rundown. In almost all of my packages, I think a couple of the early ones with audio have a little less of this, but all my new packages, and really the majority of them, have audio presented like this, where it's just a bunch of smaller clips, and they all come, of course, with this audio clip combiner, and you can definitely use that to create more custom audio that works better for your game. I highly encourage you to think about audio from the start of your game and your project, since it is such an important part of the immersion. And from what I understand, a lot of developers kind of put that off to the end. A lot of characters and environments don't really come with audio, which is one of the reasons I wanted to include it, because it's really just that important. So let me know if you have any questions about the audio clip combiner. Thanks.